All right, guys, it has been a while since I was able to release a video of a new knife on the day that the knife was released to the public. That's happening right now today with this Bestechman Ronan. This is the BMK02E is Echo. Bestech reached out to me on Instagram recently and asked me if I would be interested in showing their knife and if they could send me one. You know me. What do I say? I'm going to show all the knives. Good, bad, indifferent. I show them all. I had no idea what to expect. They did not send me a picture. They did not send me a link. They didn't send me anything. They just said they were going to send one. I'm like, all right, cool. If you saw the unboxing, I was super surprised, kind of elated when I opened up the package of this really cool budget knife. Now, Bestech, we all know, is really, they make their own line of knives, but they also are an OEM for a lot of other makers. A lot of other companies. So they make a ton of knives. I've done a bunch of videos. I think we all know generally what they make and who they OEM for. They also have their own knives. They have like the BT line, which is their premium, their BL line, which is their medium knives, and then their BG, which is their more budget-friendly knives. Well, they've gone one more step budget. And they've created the Bestechman lineup of knives. This is the BM, the Bestechman knives. And this is actually their second offering. I'll put links down below to their website with this particular knife that's available today, the day you're watching, December 14th, 2022. I'm filming it a few days before that so I can get it all fancy edited because that's what I do. I'm kidding. But that way I can get it up on my schedule, get it scheduled and all that good stuff. So there will also be a link down below because they've given me a 10% discount code as if you need it on an already budget knife. So let's just get that out of the way right now. The list price is $63. They're going to be $51.90, I believe, when they release. And by using the promo code and the link down below, you get 10% off of that. Can you really go wrong? Come on now. So let's talk about the specs on this thing. It's 4 1/16 closed, 7 7/8 overall, 3.3 inch blade with a 3.19 inch cutting edge. Super thin behind the edge at 0.015. Blade thickness 0.136. So this is going to be a pretty good slicer. Okay. It's flat ground, but it's going to work well. Blade steel is 14C28N, which is what I would have expected. I might have expected D2, and we're going to talk about that in a minute as we compare. All right. So stay tuned for that. Overall thickness is 0.578 and runs on bearings and weighs in at 4.4 ounces. It's a beautiful stonewashed blade. And not even stonewashed. It's like a bead blast blade. Do they even tell me what it is? I don't think. They call it stonewash. Okay. G10. There are 10 models. This is the BMK02 Echo. It goes from A to J, and that is different color scales, different blade. They have a blacked out blade and they have the stonewash blade, and it comes in orange, green, jade, black, and red. So you got 5 colors and 5, combinations, right? You know what I mean? Because you can get this with a black blade and, so on and so forth. They call this the B lock. It is, a traditional barrel lock, access lock, nothing fancy there. It is right hand only, but you guys hear me harp about the pocket clips all the freaking time. They did this one absolutely perfect. They countersunk the pocket clip material into the G10, and they used countersunk screws. Kubi got it mostly right. They countersunk the material, but they used this big, huge button head hardware. Bestech did it perfect. I mean, you can't get any better than that as far as the design. G10 backspacer to match the scales, polished liners that are heavily milled out, or not milled out, they're skeletonized liners for weight savings on both sides. Oh, that's a good shot there. So there's 3 big pockets there that go all the way through. So it's not even just milled out, it's really skeletonized. So that helps with your weight. All right, so you've heard me talk about the Kubi being my budget knife of the year. I don't know. It's my favorite budget knife. It's about $40 on Amazon. Okay? $40, you get D2, G10, and it also comes in multiple different colors. So you step up to, let's just call it $63 on the list price. $50. Call it $50, call it $40 because it's on sale. You're getting a very similar knife, just a different blade steel and a different locking mechanism, right? So you got the barrel lock versus a liner lock. You've got a thumb stud versus a flipper tab, really in a different blade shapes. And a lot of people do not like Tonto blades. I like them, but I really like this one also. Since I did the unboxing, I have actually carried this one quite a bit. Haven't had the opportunity to use it, but it has smoothed out a little bit. It still sometimes will stop there. So it is more of a, you kind of need to give it a little oomph on the close. But I really like this. I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, I would have been, they don't know, but had they have sent me the red and black one, red G10 blacked out blade, oh my gosh. Those are my colors, red and black. But so there's one thing for me personally. I would have stonewashed the clip to match the blade. I get it. It does match the liners, but this kind of mirror polished, not even really mirror, but it's, that super reflective pocket clip hanging out of my pocket bugs me. That's really my one negative. And the spring on the barrel lock, man, it's strong. Like just here, I mean, yes, it's not the most comfortable to fidget with because that spring is very strong. Now that may also release as time goes by, but all in all, I'm really happy with this knife. I think for $63, even list price, even without the 10% off you get down below, I think this is a screaming deal. And I know a lot of people love 14C28N. A lot of people love that. I don't know, guys. I mean, I don't get anything out of this. I'm just telling you how I feel. Spyderco Delica, just for size comparisons. I think it's a great knife. I think it's a great size. I think it's a great price. I think it is something that carries really well in the pocket, has some fidgetability, if that's a word, to it. And yeah, I think it's, what more do you really need? I mean, seriously, sure, you could spend a little bit more, a couple $1,000s more and get something like that. But why, other than us crazy aficionado collector enthusiast, knuckleheads that think we need crazy wild stuff? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the crazy wild stuff, but sometimes I know for me, and I can only speak for me, I kind of need to get back to reality, I think. And not always hunt for the next super expensive knife. I don't know. I mean, why can't we just be happy with something like this that cuts, works well in the pocket? If you were to break it, you just buy another one. If you're to scratch it, you just don't care. I show a lot of custom knives. I own a lot of custom knives. So I'm not saying that's wrong. And I carry mine and I use them and all of that. But I don't even want to know how many thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars I have laying around collecting dust most of the time because I can only carry one in my pocket at a time. So please go check out Bestechman knives down below in the description. There is also a link and a promo code to get 10% off. I think it's a very cool knife. I am sure you will see other videos coming out today from other YouTubers, and it will be interesting to see what their take is on it as well. And I'll secretly be stalking how many views they get versus how many views I get, because deep down, while I say I don't care about any of that, I kind of care, right? I don't know. Thanks for watching, guys. And Bestechman, Tressa, thank you for sending this to me. I greatly appreciate you reaching out and giving me this opportunity to help you launch this knife.